Hi, everybody. Exciting, exciting. We have Tris James here, who, I got turned on to the predictions deck. Boy, this thing rocks. Every once in a while, I remember to bring it out, but it is pretty truthful in what it says.
Oh, definitely.
And she just did a new deck, what we thought we'd play with a few questions, right?
Oh, sure.
And it's the Astro Tarot. That's pretty too.
Yeah. It's softer. I wanted to go a little softer this time.
It reminds me of a romance novel.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to work with really nice, soft, muted palette and really with the images wanted to go with the astrology rather than say the ones fighting with sticks. I wanted to bring the energy down to something a lot softer, so I've chosen the astrology elements. So
Right.
with the ones I'm using the Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. So you'll find those images on the cards instead of the sticks. Of course, the wands are there to show you how many wands are in the image. But rather than have, say, the five of wands where they're all fighting with sticks, I've chosen to use the two rams headbutting each other for the
Okay.
conflicting energy, but without having to have that the harshness of of traditional tarot.
A
But it
battle.
sticks. Yeah, exactly. Sticks to traditional meanings though.
So, real quick, and I'll put it on the bottom of this. How do people order your cards?
They go to my website, which is TrisheJamesOracles.com, and all the decks are there. But also on my YouTube, anytime I read with that particular deck, I'll always link the product in that video. So it's
Okay.
an easy way to click straight through from YouTube.
And your YouTube thing link is
Trishe James Tarot.
Trishe. And with that, uh, James Tarot. And with the oracles, it's with an S.com.
It is, yes.
Okay.
Trishe James
Because I
Oracles.
don't think I used the S that one time, and you said, "Oh no."
Oh, okay. Oh, yes.
All right, girlfriend. I think some people want it live, but I guess we could have done a live. They were like, I'm going to set my alarm, but you really can't because
Oh.
I'll post this. Well, you just woke up, right?
Yeah, we're morning here. It's 10 here. So it's pretty late in the morning, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's
How's
hard
the
adjusting to
weather?
those time zones, isn't it? I was worried about missing the time.
How's the weather?
We're going cold, first day of winter today, so it's starting to get very cold here.
First
Yeah,
day
cooling
of winter.
down.
We're going into summer.
Yeah, lucky you.
And what were you saying? Tell me your new idea, like you had talked to Lena Rodriguez.
Well, I had somebody message me, a couple of people actually messaged me saying, why don't you put together on, say, your YouTube channel, all the people that use your deck? So when they're looking at buying a particular deck, they can go in and see how everybody else is using that deck. So not just me, how everybody else is using that deck. So I'm starting to put together a list, and I've got it down the bottom of my YouTube channel. There's a I call it my collaboration friends, but they're going to be all the people that use the decks, is
Yeah, and
where
I
I'll
haven't
put
been
them.
using them lately because I haven't really been using the cards that much, but I'm going to go
Yeah.
back, especially this one I love. But
Yeah. But you've got plenty of videos in your playlist anyway that people can
okay.
get to see you using that deck. So that's why
And
I thought I'd.
Sherry does too. Sherry from the swamp.
Okay. Yep. She might be my next.
Yeah, yeah. So this is great. Okay, so shall we just do like a little question real quick?
Oh, definitely.
Nothing
Definitely.
too heavy. Is Orange Crush gonna be gone by the end of the year?
Ooh, yes. Now, okay, I'm
Not
going to
too
read.
heavy. We don't want too heavy, no
Okay,
drama.
by the end of the year gives us a nice time frame. I am
Yeah.
going to pull from the new tarot because a lot of people like to use tarot, but then I'm going to revert back to the governance. So
Okay.
whenever I read a world event or a
By the way, you guys, she
political,
doesn't do readings, right? People don't pay you for readings.
I've started doing personal readings.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I have. I put them up on my website also. I usually put one or two up a week,
Because you're
depend.
good,
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Yeah, oh, thank you. It's just getting that time to do that between, designing cards, ordering cards. I'm working on some custom cards for different clients. I put together their ideas and put them all together, like create the decks for them. Some of them come in where they actually have given me their images, their own personal designs that they've made, their drawings, their paintings, and then I put them into the graphic design side of it to get it ready to print. And then others I've just worked from complete scratch. They tell me their ideas, they tell me their list of cards they want, and then I work with the images and back and forth.
That's
So
great.
yeah, it keeps me very busy. So yeah, as far as personal readings, I can usually only fit about one, sometimes two a week.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
I wish I had
that's
done that when I first started. I didn't know my limitations.
okay. Yeah. Oh
And it
yeah, I did.
does wear you down.
Oh, you know what? It really doesn't. I think the personal readings are a little more draining than any other readings because I like you really want to try to do the best you can.
And
You
you
want
want
to
to
try and
really want to listen to what they're telling you. Yeah.
exactly. You want to just give, and it takes a lot of energy to do that.
Yeah. So let's see what you got,
Okay,
girlfriend.
so let's see. Will he be
May I
gone by
say
the
this? Things that we all predicted in the beginning when he first came in and everybody was, whoa. And I asked my guides in prayer, why? Why did he win? And we know they cheated, but we can't stop that now. And my guide said, man has free will to cheat, I guess, but his people need to see who he really is.
That's what I agree. I absolutely think that's what it was. I think the people needed to see, they need to have their eyes open to certain things. And I think that was the divine purpose of him being there because we've been all able to see what really goes on.
Right. And everybody is canceling everything with him. He has to take that Kennedy Center, his name off of that. That goes back. Let me tell you, there's going to be big names who will offer to perform there to help build it back up.
Hmm.
And they're getting booed. Him and Ivanka were at something and they were getting booed. He gets booed everywhere he goes.
People have had enough around the world, and it's not just the US, it's here in Australia, it's in the UK, it's all over the world. People have had enough. Breaking point. And you see in the UK the people rising and, coming together and over different things. And I think, as the people do need to stand up and they need to make their point. We've had enough. We've had enough of the way these rulers, leaders are running our countries, using our tax dollars
Oh
for
my
their
God.
for ridiculous things. And I
Oh,
know
he
you and the
told this nation people don't have insurance, people can't afford gas, they can't
Mhm.
afford to feed their kids, but he can spend millions on gold dust for his horses.
Yeah, and you bought the ballroom or something over there in the
I don't see
ri-
that ballroom getting done, but
oh,
well,
ridiculous spending, ridiculous.
are
And
they
meanwhile, the
laughing at
people on
him
the
in
ground,
Australia? Are people in
but
Australia laughing at him? Is he
yeah,
a big joke in Australia?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. We don't see him so much on the TV now. There was a while there where, we saw him so much and it was like, oh my God,
I wish they wouldn't put him. That's how the cable
exactly.
makes their money is putting him on TV all the
They
time.
do. So we don't see him so much now on the TV, but I mean, you take a look at what he's doing to the world. It's not just you guys that's being affected, we're being affected to the point where in my local area, some of the fuel stations were running out of fuel. You would, especially around the mining area, up in the mining, it's away from me, but up in the mining area, the miners going to work, fuel stations shutting down. My family are farmers, and they live about 2 hours from about an hour and a half away from me, but went to go and get fuel for the farming equipment. One fuel station had no fuel. Another station would not let him purchase that much fuel that he needed for his farm, and then the third fuel station would let him purchase the fuel, but he had to pay a lot of money for it. So, yeah, what he's doing around the world is affecting all of us, even us, all the way down here in Australia. We're affected
Well,
by his actions.
my friend Nace, you know Nace, he's on with Sherry sometimes.
No.
He's in Portugal. He showed me a picture of the grocery store, nothing on the in the shelves or in the freezers.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, there's some
Okay.
cards here. Okay, so by the end of the year, ooh. Now, first we've got the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is when you need to take pause, rest, recovery. So that to me tells me maybe there's a bit of a choice coming up because we've got the Two of Swords. Two of Swords indicates a decision that could be made that he'll be looking at making about his health, because the Four of Swords is health. So it's
Health.
about where you're so run down, you're exhausted, you're feeling it in your body. Your body's becoming um, he's becoming unwell because of his lifestyle, his whole lifestyle. So he
Yeah.
has a decision to make it by the end of the year around what he does, whether he's stepping backwards because I have the interim placeholder. That means somebody stepping in and doing a little more of the work. So
Oh,
maybe
that's
he's
interesting.
letting go of the reins a little bit, maybe. And I do see health concerns around him by the end of the year and a
We've
big
all seen
decision that he
that. Yeah.
makes. Yeah, so by the end of the year, he'll be looking at stepping back a little bit. An interim placeholder could actually mean somebody, I don't know if it's permanent or if it's just partial responsibilities, taking in and some of the responsibilities, or if somebody's actually sitting in his place
I've always
for a
thought the
time.
military might walk up and say, he's got to go, or tell Congress, you better impeach him. He's got to go. He's a
Oh,
danger.
yeah, I understand the feeling. Like it just gets to that point. Like somebody has to come in and do something. Somebody has to come in and I know here in Australia we feel the same. It's just ridiculous what our guy here's doing in Australia, and it really just burns you inside.
So you
Like
guys have a guy as bad as Trump?
no,
Oh,
but but of course he's just brought out our budget for this year, and he's attacked investors of homes. So that will then influence and affect the renters, the people, the younger generation that are renting houses when he's targeting the capital gains, he's targeting negative gearing. So that means rent's going to be more expensive for the renters. Investors are no longer going to be investing in houses. So that takes all that away. He's targeting business owners, and I'm a business owner. My husband's a business owner. We've always been business owners. He's taxing us to the point on the way your businesses are set up to you're almost being double taxed. So that's and he's just about to pass all this through. And they've got the
can it
seats.
pass or can somebody fight it?
He's got the seats. He's got the majority of seats in
Yeah.
where we are a heavy weighted Labor um, parliament. So he can basically do what he wants. But the people are showing in polls that they're just not happy with what he's doing. And I think it's like he doesn't care. He's just gone in and,
That
done what
just
he
sounds like Trump.
exactly the same. So I completely now understand what you guys are going through, like, what it's like.
There's no say. You have no say.
You have no say. We just have to put up with it and deal with how they're running our countries. Meanwhile, we're paying taxes. And they're just
They,
doing
yeah.
whatever they want with our taxes. Ridiculous
So,
spending.
so when can you vote him out?
We have, and I think another 2 years to go before we can vote, which I wanted to ask you, when can you vote Trump out? Because, yeah, when's your elections come up?
Well, he can't go again for another term, but we can vote him out as far as voting for all kinds of Democrats midterms. It looks like we're going to get in November, we're going to get the House, we're going to get all of it. We're
Oh,
going to be able to stifle him. And he knows it too. He says, when the Democrats win, they're going to impeach me. Oh, we're going to do more than that. But I think, like you said, his health is so bad. He may even use that as an excuse.
exactly. You know what? I was thinking the exact same thing when you were saying that. Just before you said it, I was thinking, I wonder if that is the out for him. If
Like,
he's going to use that as
my
an
health
out.
isn't very good. But I don't know about JD Vance. He might do Marco Rubio.
Hmm.
So we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that could be on the cards, I think.
But you're not seeing long life for him being able to manipulate us this for longer.
Well,
Can
the other card that I got was Seeds of Prosperity. So that's like planting new seeds. So that to me feels like a new something new coming in because it's planting new seeds. So
right.
maybe that is your midterms
Yeah,
with
that
new
yeah,
seeds
and
being
then we're
planted,
done
new
with them and
sprouts,
he
new
knows it.
growth.
Yeah.
Mm, mm.
I had a very strong hit that when we get our new Democratic president, whoever it may be, um, I see other nations working with us, putting their hand out. I see people forgiving us
Yeah,
because they
yeah,
know this guy was cray cray.
yep.
I
Well, if
had
you
a
know,
vision of Pete Buttigieg being the
mm,
Secretary of State.
right. Well, if you noticed, Australia didn't lend a hand. So, and he got a bit upset about that. He named us that we didn't come to his aid or come to, not to his aid, but be an ally, come and offer some support. So
And then accused
he named
Australia of
us.
never helping, and you guys helped and lost men helping us.
Oh, we've helped. We've been lapdogs to the US for so long. We send military, we send whatever we can send, but this time we didn't. We didn't this
And
time.
that's the guy that's in charge. So he did one good thing.
Yeah. He did. That's correct. That's correct. Yes, he did. He did. That is correct.
But
He
that's
did
what
not get involved.
France and everyone's saying. You didn't ask us about this war. You didn't say nothing, and you just
Yeah.
expect us to help you. Now,
That's
what
right.
about I feel like we're going to come to a conclusion. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel a lot of money is coming out to pay them. He wants this. When I had my lucid dream, I could see he wants desperately to get this off his back. He doesn't care what you have to do, get this off his back because it was a big mistake on his part. He
Yeah,
doesn't go in
he
there
knows
like
that.
Venezuela and just, take out the leadership. He ain't
Exactly.
done squat.
Yeah, yeah. And he thought it was going to be that easy with Iran. He thought it was going to be that easy. And I think he did not expect it to continue and Iran to stand up against him. And I think he's now regretting that. And he's annoyed because all the other countries didn't come and give him the extra push against Iran. So yeah, it didn't
Yeah,
go
well,
the way
that's
he
what you get
wanted.
for starting a war. You never even asked Congress.
That's right. That's right. No one was involved. No, no, it was his, if, almost like it felt like his decision alone.
Oh, girlfriend,
Ridiculous.
let me tell you, he's pissed off so many. He had Senator Cassidy lose his seat. He helped, uh, he voted for Paxton instead of the guy who was in there, who's like a conservative. The guy was always voting on behalf of Trump. And he's making all these senators so mad.
Mm,
And Massey, Thomas Massey,
yep.
he's like, and they've decided, you know what? Anything he asks for, we say no.
Yeah. People are they're turning. The people in the parliament, they're turning.
I
And
love
I
it.
was watching a speech that he done and he was rambling on about something. He was just rambling and the people are in the background, they're just standing there and they're like just looking at him like and they're just letting him talk away, ramble on
Well, they
about
all
something.
kiss the ring. They want to be on his good graces. And he's saying, you know what? I got the best polls ever. Hello?
Mm,
He's down 32%
yeah.
approval
Yeah.
rating. That's not the
Yeah.
best polls ever.
No.
But people are throwing, he's such a liar anyway.
Yeah.
But I think they say he's the master. He's great. Sir, you're this, you're that. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. People are eyes are opened. People, and I think it's been good to see the damage he's done
Yeah,
because it's
he's done
opened a
a
lot of
lot of
eyes.
damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Around the world, not just the US.
Did you see anything on that big, beautiful ballroom he's insisting on? I don't see it completed. But
It
now
just,
he's pissed off the people who give him the money. So it could very well they just stop it in midstream.
yeah, yeah, possibly. Very, very possibly. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's what a waste of money. What a waste of money.
Oh, I know.
When so many
Well, and
other
you tore down the
places.
East Wing without any permission. Just
Mm.
tore history.
Are you surprised?
No.
Does he ever ask for permission?
But he wanted to do this big July 4th event with all these singers. And now all of them, when they found out it was a Trump event, they all stepped away. And now he's
Right.
canceled it. Fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just like with the
Mm-hmm.
John F. Kennedy Center. Fine. You guys can take it back.
Yeah.
I try to help it, but you guys want to demolish it? Go ahead. Oh, the thing's going to thrive.
Yeah. Yeah. Little tantrums, I think. Little tantrums.
But nobody wants, even some of them were on the borderline. They would have done things for Trump. They
Yeah.
said, no, they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
All of them quit.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. I get it. Yeah. And it's countries too, like no longer helping him. Standing up against him and not against him, but just not helping him.
They don't care. Iran is making such fun of him.
Oh,
They are making big, but I get a strong feeling that all of Trump's family need to be very cautious for the rest of their lives
mm.
because Iran doesn't forget.
Well, I wonder if his family will even stay together after he's gone, after the end of this year even. I wonder,
If they
I
moved
wonder,
away or
yep, separate. Like I
I
wonder,
saw our ability as a unit in the United States of America to go in and remove all that money he stole.
Mm,
He's made 33 million.
right,
And I
right.
just
My
see
God.
us going to different banks in other countries and taking it all out and taking
Yeah.
Mar-a-Lago, all of them.
Wouldn't it be amazing to be able to hold people accountable, especially with the way they spend the money and have that returned back to the people?
Yes.
I mean, that would just be the ultimate to have the money returned to the people, back to where it should
Yeah.
be. Back, yeah. It's just such, actually, I think it's more of an imbalance now. I've noticed over the last few years, current rulers that are in, the imbalance of rich to poor is the gap is widening. The gap is widening.
But there'll be something that'll happen to that because I
Mm,
got a flash the other day that Bezos and Elon Musk, first of all, when a new president takes over, all their contracts with are going. They're not going to keep them.
no,
And
no.
then I was telling everybody, I think today on my show, I said, there's a story, and I don't know if it's true. I read it, it could be fake news. But China had bought a town on the beach in some tropical area, some island. And then they told the people that live there, you can't use our beach. We bought this
Mm,
beach.
mm.
And they went in at night and burned all those new houses down.
Oh,
But the reason I got that vision, I think, is because that's what's going to happen. You're going to get a lot of people saying, oh, hell no, we're going to just take y'all down. Not
yeah.
necessarily a civil war, but to
Hmm.
ruin, part of the problem is
Yeah.
a lot of them hire us, but they're not hiring us anymore.
No.
Bezos had the nerve to go up in his brand new yacht and park in Oregon and lay off 1,200 employees.
Unbelievable. And it rubs it in your face, doesn't it? It really does rub it their wealth and their power in our face, and they just take and take, take, take. And then they'll find more ways to have us struggle and have to pay more taxes. And yeah, they're going in our country, they're going after the middle class, they're going after the business
That's
owners,
what
the
they're
ones,
doing here. They're going
yeah,
after the middle
okay.
class
Yeah.
and the
So
poor farmers.
oh, the farmers, yeah, they want the land. They just want the land. They
But
want the
yeah,
funds.
but
They're
the
not,
other thing is they can't make money to save the farmer and feed their families. He
no,
screwed it up with China. China
yep,
doesn't want
definitely.
our soybeans. He made
Yeah.
that big appearance out there in China,
Oh my God. Yeah,
and
oh my
that
God.
they
Like they're best
treated
of
him.
friends. Yeah, like we've been good friends. Like I know I
And
watched
did
it. I
you
watched
see
it.
that the president of China, or whatever his name is, gave him a bunch of rose seeds?
Oh,
Because
okay.
remember, he tore down the rose garden, Jacqueline Onassis rose garden.
Mm,
So that was a slap in the face.
little, yes, yeah, little nudge there.
But he went there and came back with nothing to show.
No,
Nothing.
no. And it made me wonder what was really behind him going there. What was he?
He
And I
wanted
think
to
it was to
make
do
a
with
deal.
Iran.
He
Yeah,
wanted to get help with Iran. He
Iran.
wanted to get
Yeah,
soybeans sold for the farmers. And yeah,
yeah,
no, they
yeah.
just didn't pay any attention to him.
Mm. I mean, if they did, he would have been coming back skiding about it. Oh, I've made this deal, but yeah,
Do
didn't
you
happen.
see any kind of ending with Iran where they at least open the strait?
When I when I tapped in last week to I do the collective reading every week, and it's usually Iran that comes up, Iran and US. I got that because he's always saying he's making a deal, but I got in there that he was trying to sneak something through. Like he wants Iran to not have nuclear weapons, but there seemed to be something else he was pushing underneath as well, like some kind of come back to I can't remember exactly what I said, but it was something about US controlling something. So him controlling something in Iran, and I think it blew the deal. So it was like something he was trying to sneak through because it come through as hidden with clause within a negotiation, and then it just blew up again. So it blew up
Wow.
again because he was trying to sneak some kind of more control through, wanted to control, I don't know, their resources or control something, not just take the nuclear weapons off them. There was more
But
to it.
he's so desperate to
Mm.
stop this, to open the straits. I
Oh,
see him just doing what he needs to do. And
yeah.
I even said, Iran, if they're smart, they'll say, yeah, yeah, sure, we won't do nukes.
Yeah.
and then just don't pay a bit of attention to him.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Mr. Deal Maker.
Ugh. And then telling all the other countries, it's up to you now to look after your assets in the Straits. So mad at us because we wouldn't, and the rest of us that wouldn't come in and help him defend the Strait. So now he just said, he's brushing his hands. Well, it's up to you to defend your own part.
Yeah, but
Mad at us.
Iran
Just
is letting China and all kinds of other nations, maybe even Australia, through.
yeah,
They're not
yeah.
blocking, and they're blocking nobody but the United States.
And Israel, is that right? Israel and the US.
Yes,
Was it
Israel
Israel?
too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Israel too.
yeah, yeah. That makes me wonder if he was trying to go in through China to get China to negotiate on his behalf, maybe.
I
Maybe he was
just
trying to
see
get
that they
China on
think
side.
they're just going to let him hang himself. Just give him
Yeah,
enough rope.
yeah. Oh, we're seeing it. We're seeing it right now. It's all happening.
I
But he
mean,
doesn't have the
considering
support.
even Trish, the last time I talked to you, where we at were then and where we're at today, you can see the time bomb now.
Oh my
You
God.
thought
Yeah,
you heard it ticking, but now you can see it sitting right
yeah,
next to him.
yeah.
And just hold on, you guys, because it's about ready to implode.
That's right. That's right.
And then he's texting all night long with crazy stuff, saying how he
Mhm.
looks like George Washington.
What? Someone
He's,
needs to take his phone away,
yeah.
not let him loose
Well,
on social media.
when I asked about him, see, it'll take me a minute to get used to these cards. I
Yeah.
got bravery.
Ah, okay. Mm.
What is the meaning of this card?
Okay, that one can also be cowardice. So it can also be maybe he's cowering. Maybe he will cower down. Maybe he's just because that's about having to have a front, having to have a face that is, I'm strong.
And
I'm
that's how he tries
powerful.
to act.
I'm powerful.
He's
Yeah.
blustery.
But really in the background, there's that cowardice energy behind it. So, and I'm not saying he's cowardice. I'm just more like there's a front. There's a front to it with that strength energy. So
That's,
it's like he's putting on this brave face,
yeah,
saying, I'm in control, I'm powerful, I'm the lion, I'm the ruler, I'm the leader of the world. But really in the background, it's just a front. It's just a front.
yeah, that's how he is. You know, he's a
Mm,
big bully. He's
mm,
nobody.
mm. And that's also a very soft card too. So the strength card has a softness to it. So it sits with the woman, and the woman is very soft. So there is a vulnerability in
That's great.
in his presence in the background that he doesn't show, that he tries to hide. People
Right.
can see it though. Mm.
Isn't that something too, how he took that John F. Kennedy place and couldn't
Mm.
get anybody to perform? Everybody canceled.
Yeah.
He is getting canceled. Now that I don't know about that big on his birthday, he wants to do that wrestling match. I don't know if that'll I'm sure,
Oh,
but they want 2,000 American servicemen to come at their own expense. A lot of them don't have the money to be able to do that.
yeah. Oh, he doesn't care. He's
Washington,
so
D.C. is too
separated.
expensive.
He's separated from the general population and from people that he doesn't understand that people can't do that. He
And he
just,
can't really order servicemen to do this. It's not for him to do. I think
mm,
the generals are pissed.
yeah. Yeah, I did pick up something on the generals a while back. I read on something and there was something about the generals in there, but that was such a long time ago. That was a few months back.
He's gotten
Yeah.
rid of that hedgehog is going to go too. Trust me.
Which one's a hedgehog? Sorry.
Hedge, hedgehog, his Department of War
Oh,
chairman of the Department of War
okay.
thinks he's all that and a cup of tea. Oh, by the way, those 2,000 men have to be in shape. They can't have
What?
any fatties.
Are you joking?
No, that was put in writing. I said, well, you can't have any uglies, so I guess Trump can't come. Also, he's a fatty.
I mean, yeah, I was just going to say, how fit is he?
Jesus. It's like
Oh,
those big, huge men that sit, and criticize women. Do you know
mm,
what I'm talking about?
yeah, I do.
And
Yeah,
you think, dude, nobody would touch you with a 10-foot
yeah,
pole, but you got
yeah,
something to say about the woman.
yeah. Oh, that's a whole mentality. I think that's That's changing. I think it's changing. And I think the new generations coming, I mean, this is not so political topic. This is more gender equality based topic. So I think the generations coming in are not putting up with that. They're not putting up with that kind of stuff anymore. And I mean, a lot of females now have their eyes opened to
Oh,
the
in the
way
United
women have been
States,
treated
that
over
we
the
don't
years.
have say with our bodies. We don't have say.
Yep.
They think you should be executed if you
Yep.
seek an abortion. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yep.
these cray crays, and now they want to be able to marry 12-year-olds. There's a lot of perversion out here. I don't know about Australia, but out here it's bad.
We hear about it around the world. We don't have it as much. I mean, obviously it's in the background here, but not like what you guys are seeing. It's just the world is so just messed
It's
up.
just one after the other. A lot of those J6ers that got pardoned, they're all
Mm,
getting arrested for being involved with those children. It's
yeah.
awful.
Okay. Yeah. We're just really starting. I mean, this stuff's always going on, but it's just really starting to, people are starting to notice, pay attention, and I guess do something about it. It's just awful.
Right.
Mm,
That's terrible.
mm.
Maybe they just didn't talk about it, but men have always been weird that way.
Yeah, yeah, they have, and it's about time women's energy is lifted. I think, yeah,
Yeah.
women. I don't think we'd have this kind of mess.
Well, who's the woman that said, what is she? She's not France. Where is she? I'm trying to see where she's at. She's a blonde woman, and she said they decided that anybody caught, you know, essay a child will be executed.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know who I'm talking about? She's either, I can't think of where she, oh, Italy.
Oh, okay.
Italy. She's the
Good,
one woman that doesn't
good.
take any crap from a good Italian woman. I'll tell you that
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
She's not going to
It's
take
what we
any
need.
crap from Trump.
Yeah, it's exactly what we need. I mean, across the board. And I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not a man hater, but I just think that women have been pushed down for so long and just treated badly. And even in the medical industry, how men's reproductive systems they've done so much research on them, but when it comes to women and menopause, they know nothing. They know
They know
nothing about our
nothing.
reproductive system. It's like we've served our value. Our value has been to reproduce, and then once we're out of that age group of that, we're not going to waste any money researching how to help you through menopause or what it actually means, what your body's doing. There's no research there. It's because it just shows how valued women are. They're
Well,
not.
listen, we worked long and hard to women did. I know even in 1971, you finally could have a credit card.
Oh,
But
yeah.
women's suffrage, they couldn't vote. Thank
Yeah.
God for the women that marched and fought.
Yep.
Women could vote finally.
Not
And
driving.
rights have to be
Yeah.
fought for. They don't give it to
Yeah.
you here in the United
No.
States.
No. And I think that's what I mean. The next generation, they're just getting stronger and stronger. And I think as the generations go through, that women will get the equality. They'll get that equality. And then we may not have so much messed up stuff going on around the world. When
Yeah.
women, like the Italian lady that steps in and says, "We're not putting up with this.
No,
This is not right."
you'll get the death chamber, she said.
Yeah. Yeah. More
Oh,
women.
yeah. And Trump is so desperate to hide the files.
Oh my God.
So
Yeah.
desperate. He turned on Marjorie Taylor Greene. She said,
Yeah.
why don't you allow the files for these
Yeah.
women? He said, because I'll have good friends that get hurt. He meant him.
Yeah, him, his family, he's good friends. And as much as he tries to say he doesn't go to those things or hang around, but he does. He hangs around those.
There's
They're
plenty of
his good.
testimony.
He's in that circle. And I mean, I think he's more worried about things coming out with Melania. You saw that the woman, I can't remember her name,
The
Amanda, I
one
think her
that
name.
nobody's heard from in Brazil.
Yes, her. Her. She was
I
taken away
heard,
by
I
ICE.
feel, I looked at her today. She's hiding.
Yeah, oh,
Probably
and I
got too
think she
many
needs
people
to.
after her, including Israel.
Yeah, I was getting Israel was exactly, exactly. It's so tied up, so tied up. And I wonder if the reason he even went into Iran is connected to the ties that he has to Israel because of the Epstein. I think it's all connected.
Oh yeah, because
Mm,
what's his face, Bibi, had the nerve to sit on TV and says, no, Trump's not going to make any agreement with Iran unless we say so.
exactly. Oh yeah, I think so. I think so.
Let me
I
tell you,
think,
they've been running the United States. We send
yep,
them billions of dollars. In the
yep,
meantime, a lot of their people get to have free housing and this and that. But
hmm
we have been taking care of them forever, and it's
yep.
going to stop. And there's Democrats that take money from Israel.
Okay, yeah,
Democrats that I like too.
yeah, right,
But
okay.
I'll tell you, they'll start going too.
Mm.
They're gonna
People,
they're gonna disengage. But listen, when Bibi's gone, the new Israel coming forward is going to be a beautiful thing. I
oh, I
see a
hope so.
woman prime
Yeah.
minister,
Oh,
and I see the whole energy because a lot of people in Israel don't like him.
yeah.
They
You know
don't
what? And that's
appreciate.
that's the thing. It's somebody picked me up once. I was doing a reading saying about the US going into Iran, and somebody said in my comments, "We are not Trump." Oh, however they said it, but it made me think that, that's right. We're not our prime minister. We don't agree with the things that he's doing.
Yes.
The people are not their prime ministers or presidents.
Oh,
The people are so separate.
look at the polls in the United States. 78% of everybody, nearly 80%, don't want this war.
Yeah. No, of course they don't.
And it's
Well,
like people just because we're in the United States doesn't mean we're for the Orange Crush.
no, exactly
Israel
right.
has terrible people that work there
Yeah.
that think that they're God's gift, and that will go down.
Yeah.
And,
And
and and just because you're in Russia doesn't mean that you're a Putin. You like
that
Putin.
that's right. And we don't know a lot about Russia here. We don't really hear much about Russia, but just going by every other country that are not represented by their leaders, Russia's probably the same.
Yeah.
Iran, take a look at Iran and the regime that rules Iran. The Persian people, they're not their rulers. There's
No,
just
and they
yeah,
used to live. I knew back in the 70s. I had a lot of girlfriends, had
yeah,
Iranian boyfriends. I met a lot of
yeah,
Iranian women. They were just as normal as every Joe
yeah,
Blow. And
yeah.
now
You
they
know
got
that
to wear the
that
veil
affected
and
me. I have never been so affected by anything in the world when I found out that Iran people I saw them in the 70s, the images of in their little hippie clothes, getting around the streets, and they were so happy, and everything was so beautiful and
they can have an
colorful
education.
and so beautiful. And then now they're in these long black gowns, the women, all their rights are taken. And it hit me really, really hard. I actually had
Yeah.
a breakdown over that when I looked into that energy. And that's when I really thought, people are not their rulers. They're very,
But
very different.
you can't take over people and
Mm,
keep them like that for very long. It doesn't
yeah.
work out.
Yeah. No. No.
So I asked for a card about the future, sort of a closing to see what you think.
hmm hmm
And I got this one, teamwork.
And so what was the question?
What is the
Ah,
future for the United States? What does it look like?
well, that one there, that was the Three of Pentacles. That was all of the energy coming together.
Three of
What's
Pentacles.
interesting, what is interesting about that is what we just talked about and how he tried to get help and assistance from all the countries around the world. None of them came to his aid. None of them
And
agreed with
he's a
what he was
laughing
doing.
stock. He's not getting any
Yeah,
respect. And
around the
then
entire
the
world.
Supreme Court said you can't do those, what do you call those taxes that you're not allowed to.
Yeah, the tariffs. Oh yeah, they have hit me. I've had to pay tariffs on all the US orders. So yeah, that's that, and I had to change my whole everything had to be changed. My website had to be changed so that I could start collecting tariffs to pay to him. So yeah, I was not impressed. But yeah, with that teamwork, I think like you were saying, a new leadership, maybe then that's when everybody around the world will come together and start working together.
Right.
Because that's exactly what that card means. And they're not doing it now with the current leader in US, but maybe a new leader, that's when everybody will
Oh,
start
they're going to
working
clean it
together.
out. And they're not going to
Mm,
spend a lot of time. They're going to have a separate DOJ with this powerful man, and they're going to hire back all those poor guys that lost their jobs and left. And they're going to sit down and prosecute. I see so many, Pam Bondi's law license going. I see people
mm.
in jail. You know who I saw in jail? Jared Kushner.
Oh, okay.
I've
Oh,
always seen him in an orange jumpsuit.
right.
I
Mm.
think Melania is going to try to exit, go to a different country.
So do I. I see her
I don't
exiting.
see him going to jail though. And people get so
Mm.
mad. But I think he's going to be like, if he's still alive, admitted to a psych ward or go to a
In hi
hospital situation.
in hiding, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Mm, mm. As
Steve
in,
Miller's in trouble. All of them are in trouble.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's got to break soon, doesn't it?
I love
Like
it.
it's
I
it's
love it.
coming to you can feel it coming to that point where we're seeing it in live time, an explosion. We're seeing the energy coming to a breaking point all
Right.
over the world. Mm.
So give us a couple of cards of what you see coming up for the future, if you can see it.
For US,
For US,
for
sorry.
US.
Because it's all about us.
Yeah. Well, you guys affect the whole entire world.
Enough about you. What do you think of us?
Okay, so I'm going to pull one from the new deck. Ooh, we got some choices
Okay.
around signing. Now, this one, when I pulled this one, this is about signing, and I'm wondering if I don't know if it's Congress or if it's somebody stepping in the background because they're making a difficult decision, or they're making a decision to either pull his energy back, or and they're stepping in and they're putting their pens together and they're trying to work out a solution moving forward to, and maybe that's when he steps in and has this illness or a way of him exiting out. I'm sick. But really, what's happened in the background is that I don't know if it's your Congress or somebody in the background
Somebody's
that comes
really
together.
pushing on them. Yeah.
Yeah, pushing on him, maybe making some signing of something in the background. But I feel like, yeah, because they're really economic growth. Now, I don't know what's going on in your country. I know it's bad here but yeah, because of economic growth, because of how much he's costing everything, the wasteful spending, the way he's spending money, they've got to make a decision. They've got to stop that. So it gets to a
Yeah, they're
point
not going to
where,
give them that slush. Well, listen,
yep,
that slush fund and that IRS stuff,
mm,
judges are looking at right now. They're looking at collusion, and that's
mm,
reason to kick him out as president.
yep. Well, they're looking for their way because they've got to put a stop to that kind of spending.
I love it. I
I
love it.
just love your camera. I love the way it zooms in and
Oh yeah,
out.
I found that, and I don't know how to take it off if I wanted to, but I thought it was
Oh,
kind of.
don't.
It
I
looks
love
like
it.
I have a cameraman behind me
It does. It does. And
zooming.
then when
It's
you,
on. It's on the Zoom thing.
oh, okay, on the
It's one of
Zoom.
the options.
Right. Okay. I'll have to look for that.
But were you using the prediction deck?
No, I used the governance then actually, the
I have
governance
that
deck.
one too.
Yeah.
Now you got me in the mood again to start using these. So my next show I'll be using these.
Yeah. So and what's great about those is I think we work just a little bit not so hard when we use a deck that is designed specifically for political things or for the world event type stuff. We don't have to do that processing like we do with tarot. We have to
Right.
convert. Okay, what does the Three of Wands mean in a political situation? Conversions are already done. So they're already done
Awesome.
in a deck where you just pull it out and then it just slaps you in the face and it's like, ah, there you go.
There
That's
you
what I
go.
love about it. Where it makes our
You do a
jobs as
great
psychics a
job, girl.
little
You
easier.
are very talented, very
Thank you.
talented.
Thank
Now,
you.
listen, I would love to be on one of your shows coming up here.
Yeah, yeah, and I'd love to do the interview like I did with Dr. Lena. So
Okay.
I definitely would like to organize that. So I can ask you some questions about, how you started in YouTube, because I know a lot of people that buy my decks, they use the decks and then they think, oh, I'd like a YouTube channel. So then as I think a lot of their questions too, how did you start? What tips do you have and that kind of stuff. But also, your favorite deck, of course, would be one of my questions around the decks. But yeah, I
Well, I
think that's what
really
I'm
enjoy
putting
the
together.
prediction deck, but tarot wise, it's Morgan Greer.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And tarot, we all have to use tarot. Tarot is just the thing that we
Tarot,
use as
yeah. And
psychics. Yeah.
Nate does a real beautiful deck, and so does Dr. Lena Rodriguez.
Oh,
She has
okay.
a really nice deck.
Yeah, yeah. There's some beautiful ones out there, isn't there?
Yeah,
Um, Shiro Machete, he's always my favorite tarot style. Love his style.
that's
Always
great.
have. I've got some collector items of his with the gold embossing and yeah, beautiful signed, beautiful ones.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can do a show where you do a YouTube show and you ask me to be on your YouTube show.
Yeah, would love to. Would love to. Just
So,
like I did with Dr. Lena and ask you
yeah,
questions about your
she is one
journey.
of my favorites. She's a kick in the
Yeah.
pants.
Oh
She
my
is
God, yeah.
so hysterical.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
you got me in the mood for Lena, so I better give her a
yeah.
call.
Yeah, definitely do that. Yeah, she's paved the way for the Aussies
She sure has.
with our accent, getting used to our accent.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah,
Well, thank you
beautiful
so
person.
much for coming on Sunday afternoon. I hope you have
My
a wonderful
pleasure.
day. I'll be going to
Thank you
bed in
so
about
much for
three
having me.
hours. We got a big primary coming up on Tuesday for
Okay,
our governor of California and stuff, but the big wig, the big thing is in November.
November. Okay, I'll start getting the cards out for the November to see if we're going
Okay,
to have
you
some
guys, and
change.
I will post her website and her YouTube. I'm still a
Beautiful.
member, right? Or
I think so. Yeah, I think I've
yeah,
seen you
because
in the list. Yeah.
people get kicked off sometimes, don't even realize it.
Okay, right.
So, okay, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you,
Okay,
Tris.
thank you. Thank you.